Hello my students and scientists, and today I'm going to be reviewing 3 just random Transformers I've secured throughout the week. Today we'll be taking a look at Power Link's Armada Thrust, Transformers 2012's Reveal the Shield Storm Grapple, and the re-release of 1996's Beast Wars Megatron. So let's get started with Megatron. Yes. So as we can see here, this is the re-release of the Kenner Transformer line. Now you will have to forget the background noise. This is Megatron. And he's a big purple T-Rex with a green back. There's really not much more to say than that. Articulation-wise, he can sort of move. You can open his jaw to reveal the feature. You can move his arms. They can do a full 360. Move his legs sort of backwards and forwards. Bend at the knee. And you get a little bit of toe articulation. And then nothing at the tail. And this is just the way that the original Kenner toy transformed. Now he does have a little bit of a fun thing. His hips here do have the ability to fire these black spears. Let me remove it. Just press the button and that's what they look like. I do apologize, I keep thinking my camera's over here, but the thing's over here. And they just go into there and storage. So that's Megatron. It is Beast Wars form. And as they say on the show, but before we say what they say in the show, he does come with a little gimmick. If you grab it, there are 2 side tabs here. If you grab and rip out his throat, you reveal his molded tongue with a bit of a water gun gimmick. Yep, that's right. His mouth and throat has a water gun gimmick. And when I first looked at the instructions for him, literally the first thing I saw was you can rip out his throat. So, yep. So let's get down to transformation. Yes, Megatron, terrorize. So Megatron is a bit of a fun transformation. You're going to, first of all, work on the legs. So you're going to rotate these down just to give them clearance, and then rotate the feet around and come up onto this back claw here and pull it out. But there, you're going to bring out the heel spur. Second verse is much like the first. And just bring it out. Then you're going to come here. Now, as you've noticed here, there are these 2 tabs here. And you basically push them apart and reveal literally everything. Well, this arm, you actually have to hit a button. You want to come into the thing and pull these 2 black parts pieces aside. Pull up the torso, and bring it back. Bring up his legs. You're going to angle these back, push the small T-Rex arms back, and push back this panel that formed at the throat. You're going to bring up his mutant head. Bring these back. And you're going to push because it collapses. For the arms, you are going to, and now that I'm on camera, this doesn't want to do it, unfold everything and let it extend, rotate it down and around, and then just pull out this part. Now on my figure, unfortunately, the back really does not like to stay tabbed in. And then you're going to unfold the mutant head and bring out Megatron's glorious teeth head. And there you go, that is Beast Wars Megatron in his robot mode. And for a for a re-release of the original toy, it's not bad getting closer view here on that lovely head sculpt. Yes. Well, head sculpts, because, you know, he does have that. And of course, T-Rex jaws do still open. It is a fantastic toy. And again, on my figure, unfortunately, the back does not want to stay tabbed in. Articulation-wise, in the robot mode, the head can move around, but once you've got that tabbed in, yep, the head can move side to side. You can look down that far, look up that far. Be disappointed with that. Both arms can not do a full 360 due to the back panels here, but they can go in and out. You swivel and a very awkward bend on this joint. And of course, if you move this back, you can sort of move this part here as a bit of a grabby claw. T-Rex head does also move and open, so yeah, you can do as cannons. You do get a little bit of waist articulation, not much. Let's go forward that far, back that far, then go out if you angle the hip bits out. Again, we get a swivel and a bend at the knee, and of course the same toe articulation. So that is Beast Wars Megatron. Yes, the original Kenner re-release that Hasbro seem to be doing. I do hope they do original Dinobot, that'd be kind of cool. So let's move on to 2012. No, we'll save him for last. Let's move on to Transformers Armada. So this is Power Link's Thrust with his Minicon partner Overload, I think. So we'll just take him off, and we'll take a look at the Minicon. So for those of you who do not know, Transformer Armada's whole gimmick was these Minicons. Each one came with their own little Minicon. You could get a whole bunch of them, form them together, and they would give powers to their respective Transformers. Overload here, as you can see, is a missile truck. It's very nice, and unfortunately, due to the Minicon, he has a visible heat syndrome. But to transform Overload, you just basically fold down the cabs till they look like that, and then you fold out the arms on the side there, and yeah, there you go, a little Overload. I do like the white and blue, and yes, he can hold his missile. They just tap onto there, and to either one of these posts, and they'll go into either one of the holes on the arms, and he can hold it below. Put your hands up, boy. And of course, this missile will fire it, but I'm not going to fire it. So, yeah, and we'll just top that on the back. Articulation-wise, his arms can do a full 360. No, they cannot. They can pop off the joint, which is totally what you need. They can go in and out on the transformation joint. A little bit of waist articulation. They can go forward that far, they can go back that far, but if you take the missile off, they can go a bit further. And they can go bend at the knee due to transformation. That's Overload. Thrust, on the other hand, transforms into this VTOL aircraft. Now, before anybody says, actually, that's an F-35, we didn't know that the F-35 existed back in 2003. So, I think it's just a VTOL aircraft, just a random VTOL aircraft, and, no hate on that. And, it's pretty good. Now, one complaint I do have on my figure is, unfortunately, this part here is very loose. So I'm going to have to get some of the old floor varnish or nail polish, whatever you use, to just kill the old joints. And I got this from helping a mate, because he was selling his some of his Armada toys. So I picked this Power Links up. I wanted to pick up his Demolisher, but anyway, irrelevant. So transformation-wise, you first pull in the front landing gear, and you're going to untab his legs, rotate them down, and bring out his feet. Second verse, much like the first. You're going to come up here and untab everything, and bring down, I like to bend his elbows a bit, his arms. You're going to fold this part all the way down, and then you're going to bring up the head, rotate backwards, rotate the head forward, and then bring back the cockpit. And there you go, Armada Power Link's Thrust, or as Megatron called him, Squid Head. And he's a big, awkward, dopey boy. Out of the two different plane Transformers in Armada, it was either him or Starscream you got, and his original colours, well, aren't bad. Damn sight better than this blue, brown, and white, I've got to be honest. Articulation-wise, his head is on a swivel joint. I can't. If you want to move the transformation joint, he can look, why does Megatron not believe in me? Oh, that's right, because I betrayed him. Arms cannot do a full 360 due to the wings here. They go in and out. You get a bend at the elbow, and nothing swivel. You get an awkward waist articulation. Let's go forward that far, but are blocked by this missile. And back wide far, so you can do a massive kick. You can go out about yay high, because unfortunately this just won't go any further. You'll pop it off the ball joint. You know, bend at the knee, a little bit of foot articulation. And of course, yes, old overload here can sit on, if you move his arms out of the way, on Thrust's chest. It's a thing you can do. And I do believe you can give him the missile launcher too. So I've now just noticed the minicon holes. Well, yep, and he can hold Overload's missile launcher. That's awesome. And so that's Armada Thrust and his minicon partner, Overload. Not a bad figure, not great. I mean, by early 2000s, you can definitely tell there is some chonkitude. I'm going to use his cockpit to hold his feet in place. Definitely you can tell that he does suffer from the early 2000s chonk. But you know who else has the early 2000s chonk, but works quite well? RTS. Reveal the Shield, 2012's Reveal the Shield, Grapple. This is a Voyager class too. And as you can see, he's a gorgeous looking yellow tow truck. You know? Really can't, until you look up here, that you see the arms, you really can't tell that he's that much of a robot, except for the head in there, and that. Now, a little bit of articulation he does have in robot mode, or vehicle mode, is his crane arm. Do be careful of the joint here. This does love to swivel as well. But, you know, you can raise and lower the crane arm, you can bring it up, and it does have its own swivel joint that you can move it around. So to transform Grapple, you first of all want to bring forward these grey panels. Oh yes, and he does come with a rub symbol. Let's see what faction he's with, shall we? It's not showing up too greatly because it's cold. But Autobot. I'm going to bring forward these, and then you want to come back to the arms here and untab the side panels that tap into his feet. Bring them around, and then you're going to split the cab, and when you do so, you're going to split and pull up on these shoulder panels, because that is going to basically free up a whole lot of the robot mode. But before you do, while you've still got them up, fold in the front panel that form the front door and such, then bring them down. Rotate the arms around. There we go. For the robot mode crinkle, swivel it around, tilt faces, like that. You're going to come here and fold in the front wheels, like so. And then untab from the split panel and bring it down. Bring that down. You're going to... This is supposed to be spring launched. Rotate the head around and fold this panel back to tab into there. Then you're going to untap the legs and swivel them on this upper thigh joint here. And then bring down his toes. And there we've got Reveal the Shield Grapple. Now you can actually swivel this back to get him a bit more. And he is early 2010s chonk. As you can see, a gorgeous figure. By no means a stand up for the... I have to say, he and the Earthrise are just beautiful figures. And I kind of wish somebody would take either this or the Earthrise and do it as Road Hauler. I was going to do it, but I needed to... obviously, I need to track down the Road Hauler. But to get a closer look on Grapple here, he does come with light piping, but unfortunately the room is a bit too dark for it, and I don't have a little torch. Gorgeous little truck cab. Yeah. Now, of course, they did use this mold for the Inferno, RTS Inferno mold. So let's get down to articulation. Head is on a spool joint. Can do a full 360. You can look up that far and down that far. Arms can do a full 360 on a very nice clackety joint. The shields can go up and down, the arm shields, and they can swivel. You can swivel at the elbow and bend at the elbow, and nothing at the hands. You do get a very awkward waist joint, just these. But you do get a bend at the knee. Things go back a far, forward that far, and if you rotate them up, they can go out about that far. And you get a little bit of foot articulation. Now, I will let you know, I am waiting for another Transformer, which is Transformers Fall of Cybertron Skywarp. And I will review him when I get him, but that has been Transformers 1996 re-release, Beast Wars Megatron, Transformers 2003, Power Links Armada and Overload, and 2012's Reveal the Shield Storm Grapple. And I've been Duncan Lewis saying G1 Superion, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!